See,
Okay.
this is a term about early intervention.
Video
Can
I'm
you-
able to see, ma'am.
You are able to see, no? This is about the term early intervention. That means intervention means uh, going in the middle. That is intervening something. So if a process is taking place, you are getting into that, in getting involved into that, and you are stopping, or else you are helping or promoting it. So that is intervention. Here for the child, we will recognize at the uh, early years whether they are normal or not. And then we will make them get the necessary medical help or support, whatever is needed. That is known as early intervention. So you just see this video, you will get just an idea. And then we'll go for the milestones. Milestones means at which age what they have to perform. For example, in early childhood, a child has to, at a certain age, he has to walk, he has to stand up, he has to crawl. At 6 months, he will crawl. At 1 year, he will be able to stand and walk, take few steps. At 1.5 years, he will be able to climb the steps. These are known as milestones. If they go for the milestones perfectly, then it is considered normal. But if there is any problem, then we have to intervene, and then we have to get some medical help or suggestions from the doctors or specialists, and see that if any problem exists. And sometimes there will be late development, and what are the things we can take care of if it is a late development. So now you see this video. Tell me whether you can hear. Can you hear?
No, no, ma'am. I can only see, ma'am.
You can only see, you can't hear. Huh? Okay. Let's go for subtitles. See the can you see the subtitles?
Yes, yes.
Then you see the subtitles. I will. Can you see the full screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now you see this. Okay. Shall I replay it, or is it enough, ma? Have you
No,
understood?
enough, ma'am.
Enough, no?
Yes,
Ah.
yes.
There is one term, that is resilience. There is one term, that is resilience. Resilience means they'll become the stronger elements. where they're able to tackle the struggles or any problems which they face. They will be able to sort them out easily. So that is that strength or capacity or struggle facing the challenges. So that kind of attitude is nothing but resilient attitude, we will say. That should be developed in the generally it should be developed in everyone, but it should be specially developed in the children for special needs. Okay. So this is early intervention. I wanted to introduce this as a special term for you all. Early intervention means there are milestones. You should remember what are milestones. Milestones means at every particular stage of development, that development should be shown by the child. If that kind of development is not shown, immediately teachers or parents should approach the specialist and see why the such development hasn't occurred in the child. As I have previously said, see at this one stage they will crawl, then they will sit, then they will stand, then they will walk and they will climb the steps. So all this at particular age from 3 months to 1.5 year, it should take place. And after 2 years, they will be able to speak. Sometimes they won't, even after 3 years also, they won't be able to speak even a word. Immediately, parents should approach the speech therapist and see if any hearing problem is there. Those who are having hearing problem, they won't be able to speak, as I have said earlier. So they should take such care, and that is known as intervention. Early intervention leads to reducing the effects of becoming it growing it in major stages, going to major stages. For example, it is like eyesight. If you identify the sight defect of the children, we will say sight, they have sight, that child has sight, not sight. Sight itself is seeing. We should say sight defect. So the children, when they come to the school, they won't be able to copy the notes. Why they are not copying it? We will think that because they're lazy, or because they are neglecting the things. But it is not the case. They may not be able to see the board. So such kind of things, where if teacher will find it out early, that will leads to early intervention and early treatment, and they will be provided immediately with the glasses, spectacles. And when they are provided with the spectacles, so that side defect will, it will not be reduced, but it will be curtailed. That means instead of sight defect growing in a faster rate, it will be in a slower rate if you use the spectacles for the children. So such kind of intervention should be taken care. Early, that is known as early intervention. Milestones are nothing but the at any stage, that kind of particular development should be there in the child. If it is not there, immediately the child should be taken to the specialist, and then that is known as early intervention. Because of early intervention, many of the problems can be sorted out in the early stages, and the effects can be reduced to much extent. Okay. So have you understood these? So with this, we have completed on nearly all the special terms. If we come across like resilience, you have understood, no? That term, Akanksha?
Yes.
Resilience is nothing but a strong strength in the child to face the challenges. Okay. Many are prone to diseases, but only few of them will be attacked by the disease. Why? Because they have that resistance. In the same way, even though they are faced by the problems or challenges, they have the capability to face those challenges. That is nothing but the resilience. Okay. Next, we will go for this policies, ma. So see, these are the policies and frameworks facilitating inclusive education. Can you see the slide?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the policies and frameworks facilitating inclusive education. In that, I'm taking up the second one. First one, there are many articles. So actually in the first unit, just we have left out multicultural and linguistic diversity. Only that is left off, and all other things we have completed in the first unit. So we are going for the second unit. Afterwards, I'll prepare slides for this linguistic and socio-cultural multiplicity. And then we will deal with it. So we have completed marginalization versus inclusion, meaning and definition. Then changing practices in education of children with disabilities. The question may be like this. Changing practices in education of children with disabilities. Directly they may ask the question, they may not ask you all what is segregation, integration or inclusion. Directly what are the changing practices at present times in education of children with disabilities? That might be the question. For that question you have to write this segregation, integration and inclusion. Okay, you can mention about marginalization, exclusion also in this. Have you understood? So these are the from exclusion to inclusion you can write, as we have discussed earlier. A marginalization versus inclusion also directly they can ask the question. You have to write the meaning and definition. It might be for a short question. Then diversity in classrooms, we have seen learning styles. We have come. They may ask directly learning styles, or else they may ask about the diversity in classroom. Question. Next one is principles in inclusive education. We have seen. They may ask what are the different principles in inclusive education. Then you have to write all this: access, equity, relevance, participation, and empowerment. Then yesterday we have seen barriers in inclusive education: attitudinal, physical, and instruction. If the question is for more number of marks, then you can go for the other hurdles in inclusive education also. So that completes the chapter. So we are remaining with the linguistic and socio-cultural multiplicity. Okay, have you, did you get this, ma? Akanksha? Nilima?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next we are going for policies and frameworks. In that, first one is international declarations, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It is in 1948. World Declaration for Education for All, 1990. So first I am taking up this World Declaration for Education for All, 1990. Okay. Then I want to go through for you all to go through these articles, and each one, if you take up the article in the group itself, one can put in a voicemail and read about this, read or explain or whatever it is, discuss about one article each. Like that we have 30 articles. International declarations, Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Okay. In that we have 30 articles. So I'm planning for that. Let's see how many of them will do that. And next one is the World Declaration for Education for All. So it comes under international declarations. So So these are the proclamations. Means after all the countries meeting together, they will decide. So some of the proclamations which they have given after meeting, that is in 1990. So nearly 40 years ago, this Universal Declaration of Human Rights were taken up. That is 1948. After that, they have come up for this education for all in 1990. Now, in this, we have, see, 3 categories. Proclamations in 3 categories we have. So you remember this. First, if you remember this, you will be able to write it in details. Okay. First one is education for all, the purpose. You have one article under this. And next one, education for all and expanded. Can you see the slide, ma? Can you
Yes, ma'am.
see? Can you see this proclamations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then this is an expanded vision and a renewed commitment. Under this, you have some 4 or 5 articles. And next one is education for all. That is regarding the requirements. See, you understand this, no? That is education for all is the purpose. Why we should have education for all. And under that, we have only one article. What is the purpose of education for all? Why should we give education to all? That is, that we have one article, meeting basic learning needs. See, basic, not only just giving them the learning, whether that learning is fulfilled or not, whether they have learned it properly or not also depends upon this meeting basic basic learning needs. So this is the article for that. And next one is a education for all, an expanded vision and a renewed commitment. Expanded vision. See, vision over all of them, all the communities, all this, and throughout the other countries also, throughout the world. So what is the vision for that? Article 2. Can you see this, ma? Can you see this slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Article 2, shaping the vision. Next one is universalizing access and promoting equity. Third, that is the 4th article. Actually, first article, you have it under the purpose of education for all. From 2nd to 7th articles, they are under second one of expanded vision and renewed commitment. Under renewed commitment and expanded vision. While you are writing, you have to write like this only. Okay. So you will be able to elaborate each one. Shaping the vision, universalizing access and promoting equity. We have seen what is equity and what is access. Depending on that, you can elaborate little bit. Okay. Focusing on learning. So learning should be focused. So how much they are learning is very important, not just teaching. So we may teach for the whole year also, but what they have learned, what the students are learning and what they are retaining is very important, how they are using it. Then the next one is the means and the scope of basic education. So that is also, you can understand all these, Noma, broadening the means and the scope of basic education. Increasing the scope, that means enrolling more number of students and means of attaining them, so that the schools will be available in nearby places, more number of schools. That is nothing but increasing the means and scope of basic education. So nowadays you can see the quality, they are increasing the quantity of the content in for every primary education or secondary education, whatever basic education is there, they are increasing the content. But what about the quality? Quantity is being increased, but what about the quality? Quality is reducing. So quality also we have to consider. So next one is enhancing the environment for learning. Environment should be developed. And next one is strengthening partnerships. Partnerships among whom? Among all the countries. So there is ICSE syllabus, you know about that? International curriculum. Have you seen those textbooks anytime? Have you met those students? ICSE syllabus. Yes or no, ma? Are you able to? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. We could
Can
hear,
you?
ma'am.
Am I?
Yes.
So it is international curriculum. So in this partnerships, some of the students from this country goes to the other country and they will get educated there. And like moving from one place to other place. See, North Indians come to South India, South Indians go to North India, depending upon their jobs or whatever it is. Like that, partnership, strengthening partnership. Wherever, suppose one country is well developed in education, it can help with the resources or whatever finance or whatever it is, it can help the other countries which are developed very less in education, like African countries. Hmm? So this is about the an expanded vision and a renewed commitment. You understand what is the commitment and vision, no?
Yes. Yes,
Next
ma'am.
one is education for all, and this is the requirements. What are the different requirements? What do we need actually in order to bring in education for all? First one, what is the purpose? Why we have this education for all? What is the purpose? That is shown by the Article 1. From Article 2 to 7, what do we have? The vision and the commitment. Vision and commitment of the education for all. And this third one is the requirements. What do we need in order to bring in successfully this education for all policy? So for that we have Article 8 to 10. So first of all, we need a supportive policy. See, until and unless a policy is framed, no one is going to follow that. Yes or no? If policies are framed and if, then only something can be implemented. So something can be brought out into a action form. Yes or no? So policy is developing a supportive policy is very important. Next one is mobilizing resources. See, when there is a policy, then only as an acting part of the policy, resources will be given for the education for all, for different projects. Okay, project regarding the education for all. It might be for schools, for increasing the number of teachers, or else increasing the facilities in the schools. Whatever it is, we have to mobilize the resources. Resources, what are they? Financial, important one are financial resources, physical resources. What are the physical resources? Buildings and compound walls, whatever classrooms, etc. Physical resources. And third one is human resources. What are the human resources? Teachers are the human resources. Teachers and the staff, other staff like attenders. So, so all these come under the resources. Next one is strengthening international solidarity. So they all together they have to think over the education for all. Now, why? Because see, there are people are not staying in one place or in one country. They are shifting from one country to other country. So education is very much needed in order to, for the other countries also, if they need resources, human resources, they need it from other different countries. So the flow of resources are from one country to other country. So we have to strengthen international solidarity regarding education for all. Then only some kind of development support system will come to this education for all. See, in some countries like Pakistan or Bangladesh or countries, African countries, where education is not given much priority, where uh, people lie below the near to poverty line or below the poverty line, they don't think much about education. So there, when at international level, the some richer countries or countries which have good resources, they put pressure through this policy over such countries, then it at least they will make some efforts to bring in the education into their countries for education for all programs. Okay, so that is why we need international solidarity. Have you understood, ma? So how many
Yes, ma'am.
articles are there in this? You have 10 articles. These are only the names which I am mentioning. In books you have, do you have any book, ma, regarding this?
Yes, ma'am. Inclusive.
Inclusive book you have. What are the books you are following for this inclusive education? Did you buy any book?
We purchased only Veda one, ma'am.
In that you
We have
see,
purchased only one.
okay, it's okay, but what is, does it contain anything regarding policies? Did you check?
Yes, yes.
Ah,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Form of
under
question and answers now. Let me check.
under question and answers also you go through this whether they have question regarding this World Declaration for Education for All. So under international
Yes, this is one.
declarations, under international declarations, you should have this. See, in these policies and frameworks also, you have international declarations, first one. Second one, international conventions. Third one, international frameworks. Okay. Then fourth one, national commissions and policies. This is at national level. And rest of the first three are international level. Okay. Next two are at national level. What we are doing in our country. National commissions and policies. And fifth one is national acts and programs. IEDC. Okay. So did they cover all this in that book? You have to see. So first today under international declarations, I have covered World Declaration for Education for All. Okay. Got it, ma? So under this World Declaration for Education for All, 1990, you have to put in these three topics. That is the purpose, and next one is the vision and commitment, and the last one is the what is the last one? This is the requirements. Can you see these four slides, ma? Have you seen these 4 slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ah.
ma'am.
So this is the first one. policies, frameworks, facilitating inclusive education. Under that, you have World Declaration for Education for All, and you should mention one more thing here, international declarations. Under international declarations, we have World Declaration on Education for All. Okay. Next one is Education for All, the purpose, meeting basic learning needs. This is the Article 1. Under this heading, you have article work, and as it is, you have to write. And next one, Education for All and expand vision and commitment. Under that, from Article 2 to Article 7. And last one is Education for All, the requirements, from Article 8 to Article 10. So you have only 10 articles, but if they ask in short question, you can write like this. And next one is, first one is Universal Declaration of Human Rights, 1948. Okay, still we have 3 minutes only.